Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're going to be watching a little bit more Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. The plan is to finish off Goku, believe there's one more episode there, and then move on to the first episode of Zan. Yeah, should be pretty exciting stuff. Don't really know how I'm going to title it on YouTube, but I guess I'll figure that out after the fact. Last week was last week, and it was unfortunate, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy I got something out there. Again, it just, I don't know, man. Technical stuff sucks. It really does. And it's kind of what encompasses the first little bit of this comment from Iwayuru going into my mistake. I don't even know if it was a mistake. I'm going to blame the PS4 or the PS4 control on that one. But anyway, we're moving on from that kind of stuff. Not that I've played much more of this anyway, but listen, last week's episodes, I believe that this is pretty poignant. They're like the same, but more, right? And I believe if you're like a super fan of the show, like a really, really big fan, you're getting a lot out of these. If you're Japanese, bet this shit's hidden crazy. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And again, it being kind of separate and not on TV kind of lets them go kind of all out on it being a lot. In my opinion, to the show's detriment in subsegments. It's too much. We need to take at least one step back in one aspect and make it a little bit more normal for me to, again, get the most out of it. Again, maybe I'm just Nami-pilled wanting things to be normal, but I don't know. It's finding a Goldilocks. There has to be like a middle point, which is a bit better. This kind of comes down to the opening as well, as we talk about here, Gekudan Inukari. Yeah, opening's great. It's also just a lot. Like, same thing with the show. The show is great. It's just a lot. And I wouldn't describe it as a show that's ever been particularly accessible to new viewers, but I think we're taking that to the nth degree with these episodes for sure. So in all my talking about like OVAs and what they're supposed to do generally, I probably ignored one thing that OVAs do a lot, which is they don't really care who's watching if they're not already a fan. You know what I mean? Because this thing isn't broadcast on TV. There's nobody flicking over to this. You know what I mean? You're here for a reason. You chose to be here. You better know what's going on. An example that I would bring up is the Kaguya-sama OVA, the really horny one, which kind of has a normal skit on the very end of it. But anyway, you're not going to get the horniness is the joke if you're not already familiar with the thing, if that makes any sense. So, like, you may just think it's fan service, which, I mean, it is, but there's also a lot going on under the hood about it being kind of meta and kind of smart about it, at least. And again, you're just not going to get that if you're not already a fan. But again, I'm going to try to forget about all that other stuff. It was cute. I liked cute girls in the show. I thought that the jokes were neat. And again, especially coming back and reflecting upon the bit with the art style change in the start of the second episode, I came around to really liking that skit quite a bit and how kind of meta it is. There's the Chiri element, which is great too. There's a lot to like. And to be honest, I don't even know where to begin with this paragraph. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff about things that I'm not particularly familiar with. Needless to say, 108 is important as a number, and Gekudan Inukari saying that the Roomba OP will continue forever. This isn't even the final form of it, which again, I mean, I'm getting another copy of it here today. Maybe this isn't the final form. Maybe I'm going to see the final form here in a second. I guess going to show how much there actually is hidden in that kind of opening. In the Gekudan Inukari version specifically. Yeah, Chiri's still out on the violent Chiri gags too. Again, the unaired battle one's really good. I like the version that we choose to show and the version that remains hidden. I think the framing there is really strong. Again, when we go that extra step beyond, I think it gets a little bit better. If it's just kind of somewhat of a cop-out ending to a skit sometimes, that kind of went, oh, okay, that's just what we did, I guess. Okay, sure. Also, apparently Prince of Tennis is good. I don't know. I'm a sports manga guy, so maybe I should check it out, but I mean, normally I'm tangentially already kind of into the sport. Tennis I've got nothing on at all. But I mean, that's the whole thing with like Haikyuu, right? Nobody's into volleyball before they start watching/reading Haikyuu. So I don't know, maybe there's room for a little bit of tennis in my life after all. We'll have to see. Either way, let's jump into the Patreon shout-out before getting these episodes up. Patreon is currently 1 week ahead. If you would like to be 1 week ahead along with Patreon, the link is in the description below. $6 a month is all you need to get the stuff early. Sounds pretty cool to me. Many people have done this, up to and including Mickey Babbers, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Capella, Choberibi, Copley, Dapper Dwarf, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Glorina Tenebrae, Glyke, Greybeard, Guanal, Gus N, Hans Peter, I'm Mildly Anxious, Ika, Iwayuru, Yaku Yavnen, Jacob R, Chummy Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake Girl Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Aussie, Parnick, Pencil Sharp 333, Ron Lad B&K, Saint Lily, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Akomancer, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, and Aiden O'Brien. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And I don't know, we're going to jump into the last of our original animation DVD direct to your eyes type entertainment, and it's going to be kind of whatever. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to the new stuff, like season 3 stuff. I think that's where I'm gonna, I don't know, this stuff, it just kind of seems pointless. I don't know, none of it's pointless, but a little bit, just a tiny little bit. So yeah, let's jump through here and watch that episode first. Quick smart, let's do that. Rightio, I have Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei episode 3 up there ready to go. 25 minutes and 10 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have the GG version. It's also linked in the Discord, and it's also available in a picture-in-picture version in the description below. Pretty sure this is the only version basically available for this too, so it should be pretty easy. Either way, let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Rightio, 3, 2, 1, go. It's always good to make sure you're recording before you start recording. It's handy. I remember that joke. It was pretty funny. TriStar? I remember looking it up. The Columbia Pictures. Something like that. I believe this is different. I'm going to put it out on a limb that, yeah, this is different. Okay, right. Yeah, 3 different versions. I feel like I would have recognized. Okay. Sick. The remix. Hopefully tomorrow me remembers to read these lyrics. Okay. That's a really cool visual, actually. I like that a lot. The Clown Prince himself. I'm the Dark Prince of Manga. That was really cool. It was a gun? What was that? Okay. Sure. This could be anything. Hello, Itoshiki. Yes, let's. Ooh. Bit of an anthology type framing device, maybe? Okay, that's great. Spooky stories. Let's go. That'd be really weird. Did you? Okay. This reminds me of the Apothecary Diaries episode I saw recently too. I mean, what if? Who the fuck are you? I mean, it's just natural, I think. Interesting. This cunt's done it all. Oh, I've done that too. Maida? They're just like, they're doing a like writer's pitch meeting. Is this maybe the 100th chapter or something? That could be fun too. What's the bit? No. Okay. Maybe we're doing it actually. I think I get it. Okay, sure. I would have done that one. Can we write that one? The timing's opportune, apparently. Okay. Well, that's I really like the text there. Ew. Chiri's always the punchline, one way or another. Who's that behind you? Like usual? Me too. Okay. What an odd thing to say. What? Why? Guess we truly are out of content. That's that Chiri stuff. That's that Chiri we know and love. Bum bum ba dum. Heh. It's a fun ending. Okay, oh, the next day. Is it now? Okay. Thank you for telling me how the chapter was originally adapted in the manga. Didn't we say that this would be a bad idea? I mean, I like Nami as much as the next guy, but I don't really get the joke. Sure. I don't know why she faded into nothingness. There's that gun again. I don't. 3.14? Wait all day. Okay. We kind of half did Valentine's Day before, so. Ew. Did you get anything for. Oh, ew. No, see, you guys misunderstand. What a battle. A true meeting of the minds. Alright. What a fearsome battle. Correct. Oh! Okay, so that's the premise. Okay, that's kind of the same joke, though. Okay. Uh. I like the background. That was a bit of a telling line, maybe. Okay, baseball joke, very cool. Not the Farmers League. I mean, they're better than me. I stumbled into a war zone. We're seriously, yeah, it's so funny. Baseball, politics, every single time. The fuck was wrong with his face? What was that? Oh, okay, great. The background's really fun there too. In more ways than one. What's the. Okay. Who the hell's Akina? Correct. Is Akina like an idol or something? I don't know. What is it? Who has the worst fashion? Yeah, avant-garde's a word for it, for sure. Okay. No. No. Explain. Okay. I guess. That's just collusion. Correct. That's not. So nothing's fair. I didn't know that there was another battlefield. It is a little bit of wishful thinking, yes. Okay. You may be one of them. Marty is funny. Even Marty is getting paid. Sure, I don't really get the last bit, but whatever you say. Yeah, it's that same kind of interstitial between everything. Okay, this is very similar to the first episode. Wow. Okay, Bizarro World. And then Fura's. Well, okay, no, everybody is. Yeah, fair enough. Who the fuck are these four guys? Okay. The despair draft? What are you talking about? Okay. A true origin story. It's kind of giving me Tatami Galaxy. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. Really loved that hallway shot. Okay, different brother. Wow. What if these silhouettes are anything? What was that sound effect? But that they all have glasses too, don't they? Oh, I recognize these characters. Wow. That's what I was thinking too. How the fuck did you think of that? Bit of a Araragi in that just then too. Okay, I think he's being brought into some kind of cult. Ugh. Maybe they're timely based on Wait, what year is it then? What? That's a pull. He's been corrupted. Somebody help. I'm cursed to be glassed forever. No. Dogeza. Oh! Oh no, don't do that. What a talent. Absolute blue chip prospect. Never say that word again. That's one way to say it, I guess. What is this? No, that's not how that works, or... He's doing the thing, though? Okay, bye. Oh no, there's a small child here. You're not that much different than now, really. What? Are they following us around, or...? No, but... No, but it's a setup. I know these characters. I've seen them already. Okay, dude. Yeah, that's adorable. Like little Kafka joining in. Alright, Itoshku got purged. Or something. Okay, that's pretty good. What a fucking odd episode. Again, these OVAs were weird. They were weird as hell. And it's not an OVA, it's an OAD or whatever. Anyway. The first segment was nuts. I really liked the middle one. The last one I'm kind of, I don't know. It's like this faux origin story type thing. Like flashback, alternate reality type something. I don't know. I mean, I don't have that much else to tell you, really. What an odd thing. Oh no, I guess we're onto the new stuff now. It'd be weird not hearing that opening anymore. If there is a different opening, maybe. Or maybe we haven't yet seen the final form of Roomba Roomba. Okay. I don't know why that sub was on screen for 2 seconds. What? We will not meet again. Okay, that was odd. Moving swiftly onwards to season 3, Zan Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Rightio, I have episode 1 of Zan Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 45 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. This is the Zang version, which was the version linked to me. It seems to be the most complete version of season 3. It's always so weird operating with this older stuff and needing to find subsets and stuff. It's just a different kettle of fish to the stuff that's coming out these days. Anyway, I'm sidetracked. Picture and picture in the description below if I didn't say so already. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. Indeed. I'm recording. Sure. The story until now. No, that's not really... Well, some people will pay good money for that. Who's the narrator? I like him just fucking vibrating. Okay, that's the story so far, guys. Opening. Opening that seemingly is actually finished. Thoughts? With various passages from books or something? Okay. I think we're back. I'm ascending. Oh, the black bars, they're really fun. And the vocals. The choir. The Despair Choir. Catcher. Come on. Yeah, sweet. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Really liked that opening. Okay. We're crying. He's in prison? How did it come to this? Okay. We're gonna do the black bars the whole time. They are very, superstitious. I mean, I don't know. What? By not shaving? Bro, he's got killer genes if he's able to grow, facial hair like that. I really liked that part. I liked that joke. Okay, who? Zeke Sensei? Why is he... Yeah. Oh, okay. Kuroidoro. If he keeps up with that kind of thing, you'll get cancelled. The fuck? What the hell are you talking about, man? Whatever you say, Nami. I'll listen. Because I'm here for you. Okay. It's exam time. Who the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. And that's how it comes to this. You got quarantined because, you were too much of an ill omen. I mean, it is. That's... We talked about it in the first episode. It's Alcatraz. I mean, that's not that long of a time. I'm quite happy in here, actually. Yeah. He kind of likes this shit. Of course. That's great. Zutto. I'm also... I can teleport. How about Kirikomori? What? What happened? Okay, we're tracking him down. That's a really fun shot too. The prison break. That looks fucking awesome. Yo. Oh yeah, you forget that Harumi's like D1 athlete too. Chiri's got a shovel. Yo. Yo. I need some names on who did those cuts, please. Gave me a lot of Kizumonogatari at the moment. Okay. We're a truly elite team of assassins. That's great too. Holy shit. I'm in awe. This shit's fucking awesome. That's a really fun joke too. Nearing the final episode, we got another whole season, guys. Come on now. Okay, that's really good too. The door opened on its own. Before those before those other women show up. You're letting all the actual criminals out. Kami. I don't know either. I like the cranes. Well, if there's no gag there, there's no show. Okay. I wonder if anybody actually did that. That'd be funny. I took this to my exam as a good luck charm and it actually worked in real life. Okay. The cherry blossoms again, a new year, new beginning, a bunny rabbit, Utena reference. The tidings of spring. Huh? Who the fuck? Explain. You're gonna need to explain that one. I know. But there's also negative things that happen in spring. Jesus Christ. Okay. Why is the cop half naked? Does anybody want to fill me in on that one, or? I like the cosplay, buddy. Baseball. How about politics? Well, the advertising didn't work. Jesus Christ, are you okay? I liked it. Unique? The unique customers? Oh god, really? That's a terrible thing. The golf club's in the back. May exposure? Something else. I think that ratio is Jesus Christ. That ratio is ambitious, by the way. Okay. I wonder what season this episode aired in. We must properly reply to negative tidings. There's spam in that full stop too, all the punctuation. Yeah, look at it. Who is this freak? Excuse me? Squirting? Or is he a Persona 3 fan? Okay. They're properly responding. Maybe not. What the fuck? Why are there so many creepers at the park? What's the joke? Okay, Chiyory's gone off the deep end. Okay. Explain. They're not that embarrassing. I guess they are for a normal person. Now that's that's a bit more like it. So can we tick politics off or? Yeah, that's a message in a bottle, all right. Yeah, Get away from that evil, evil man, Majiro. Come on now. This season looks fantastic, by the way. Holy shit. Okay. Somewhere in the city. What in the Evangelion is this? Okay. Okay. Get ready for Tokyo jokes, everybody. Withering Heights. Yo. Adorable. My goat. She's here. Sure. Futsu. Ah. Oh, okay. It's a very negative way to look at it. The voice acting there was really fun. Eh? Mama's insane. Maybe, if I knew the reference, maybe. Really like the sunflowers. Okay, okay. Okay, Rin. You again. Come on. Come on a journey of self-discovery. I don't think he's interested in others really at all. Jesus Christ. The shaft bus. Wow. I wonder who that is. To be continued. What do you mean? I think it's Peak again. A new diary entry from our favorite character. Oh, our other favorite character too. I'm about to be just like Chiri for real. Go to bed. Okay, that's a bit depressing. Sure. This is just kind of seeing everyone's home life a little bit. I mean, I've already seen your home life. That's concerning. Ew. The Tail Palace. Fura? You good? Oh yeah, I forget about you. Loves an iPod. Loves a Mac. Thank you, Namin. Oh, we're doing this again. Sure. I should get a pen and pad and draw along. I didn't mention last week. Well, I did in the version I initially recorded, but these are actually like the VA's drawings. Well, at least the ones from last week were. I don't know about these ones. But maybe they are. Jesus Christ. Sure. Thank you. I would imagine that those are the voice actresses too. That's an interesting image too. Okay, that was thoroughly enjoyable. I really liked that season 3 stuff. I thought that was really strong. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in a second for some analysis. It'll happen tomorrow in my timeline, though. And we're back. It's the next day. We're here with a little bit of analysis on episode 3 of Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, and of course, episode 1 of Zan Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei as well. I'm guessing you could probably tell from the reaction. I'm a little bit more excited about that latter one than the former one, so we might try to just skip through this one real quick. I mean, I've kind of gone into my feelings on this whole section of the show already. It's quite particular. Again, if you're a big fan of the show, you're probably going to get a lot out of it. If you're Japanese, you're going to get a lot out of it. For me, it just kind of feels like season 2 on hard mode. And I don't really like hard mode. I like easy mode. Get me back to the regular stuff. But however, this is the last episode that I have liner notes for, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they haven't done liner notes for Zan Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. That means for those episodes that I'm really excited about, or the one that I've seen thus far, I'm not going to have all that extra knowledge. So again, maybe that gets supplemented by the YouTube comments in a bit of a way. Maybe I stop and do a little bit more research on the fly. I guess it depends on how needed it is to understanding the segment and how much I want to stop and break it down and stuff. Again, they were really handy as a reading tool and weren't ultimately that spoilery either. It's kind of, you can't really read some of those Reddit threads or some of the things that are similar for fear of spoilers, in my opinion. So, or even kind of like wink, nudge, nudge spoilers. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like the liner notes were really good in that regard, and I'll miss them. They were quite nice. Either way, I'm bereft of time as I always am, so I might as well jump in here and get a start. First joke we get is this Columbia Pictures type operation again. Yeah, we've seen this joke before, as is kind of my thesis statement about this segment of the story. It's a lot of repeating jokes. It's a lot of wink, wink, nudge, nudge references to stuff we've already seen and stuff that the audience that would buy a manga volume and to get extra episodes would be interested in. It's for them. Now, we do have the final edition here of the Gekidan Inukari openings. This is the 3rd version. I think that makes it like 8 or so versions of this opening that we now have, which is insane. Possibly more. I don't know if there's even small changes that I didn't see along the way, but yeah, like, again, where we're sunsetting this opening, it's fantastic. This version itself is fantastic as well. Again, my criticisms from last week still probably stand. It's ultimately very busy. It's ultimately probably indicative of this part of the show overall. Ultimately a little bit busy. It's a little bit much. It's too much. It's extra. This one seemingly has a little bit of a circus motif, a few circus animals, a few big tops down here behind my camera. Very cool. Yeah. I don't know, the circus of life or something equally poignant. Yeah, elephants, clowns, all this type of stuff, bunny girls, because why not? I don't know, yeah, it's giving me, I don't know, like scary European vibes. I don't know if that's kind of the, I don't know, if I was to be reductive about the Gekidan Inukari thing, probably scary Europe vibes is kind of like the summary there. Oh, of course, I've neglected the lyrics in all of this as well. I might give the visuals a once over and then we'll come back for these new lyrics. Forgot about the rap verse. How sick. By the very end here, interestingly enough, we have a lot of the girls turning into Kafka. She becomes the focus of this opening by the very end as well. I feel like that ball may finally be dropping with her as a character, maybe. Yeah, again, becoming the focus here, throwing the flowers around. Really like the musical combination of this part of the opening as well. Kind of that old chorus over the top of the kind of rapping. Yeah, sounds really good. Yeah, I don't know. Kafka kind of standing alone atop the kind of big stage with the flowers, playing in the flowers, that kind of stuff. There's a shot of her like all alone here, right there. I don't know, it may not all be sunshine and roses, I guess. Now, this was one of my favorite visual moments as well, so obviously we've had the whole suicide hanging kind of noose type operation for a lot of this thing. Sensei would be hanging himself. Pretty classy stuff. But this time the visual we've got instead is the noose around Kafka's neck and Sensei is dragging her down. Which, again, it's like gravity's reversed. It's like we're getting that same taut motion moving downwards instead of, letting ourselves hang. She's kind of floating up like a balloon and we're dragging her down. Again, something circus motif as well. Again, it's really hard to pontificate on this kind of stuff because I don't really know if it's going to come to anything bigger, but this is certainly an interesting visual moment. I'll give him that. As well as the two of them meeting, facing one another. We've got the ringleader over here and the clown over this side as well, kind of meeting each other in the silhouette of the noose. Again, that's kind of like the first episode if you really think about it. And ringleader is definitely a term I would use for Kafka as well. Either way, I'll come back through that opening again and give the lyrics a once over, but yeah, very, very strong opening once again. My wandering figure is already reduced to rubble. Drifting, thinking somehow it'll happen, the god of bitter smiles has become corrupted. With bloodshot eyes and tongue hanging out, smirking, dancing the Roomba. Marionette made to dance, despairing in the palm of someone's hand. A fitting stage for a papier-mâché figure with a slit throat. Okay. If any of these lyrics here are referring to a Kafka type situation, that's probably not cool. I don't know, generally the male vocalist has been indicative of Sensei, so maybe not. In this coarse, vulgar world, a quadrillion wannabes. Mark me down and set me loose. Those connecting chains broken, I'm here, you're not. Crying and thinking for a while. Erase everything, embracing all those beloved memories. They fade to mist. There's no one hope. In my dreams, we dance together. Oh, in my dreams, we dance together. There you go. Yeah. Food for thought, I guess. I don't know. It's weird coming into this thing with like a season ago and being like, oh, I wonder what's happening still. I don't know. It's a lot of jokes is what's happening. So our first segment here, and truly one of our most fourth wall breaking moments yet, I would say. We do a Hyaku Monogatari, I believe it's called 100 Tales, 100 Stories. I'm sure y'all are familiar with the term Monogatari by now. So yeah, this is a thing. I was most knowledgeable from it from the episode of Apotheary Diaries I watched like 2 weeks ago, but apparently, yeah, it's an actual like parlor game where, you have a candle, you tell a spooky story and you blow it out. And, as the night deepens and the candles get lower and lower, it gets kind of spookier as we continue. And essentially, we're using that kind of classical premise that a lot of the Japanese audience would know to shitpost, I guess. Let's throw around ideas of things that we should do and see if they're unique, see if we've done them already, see if they're even a good idea. It's essentially a pitch meeting disguised as a Hyaku Monogatari session. And I mean, this is what I mean. A lot of the jokes early here with the summer vacation friend and a whole bunch of other jokes have Maida popping out of the walls saying we did that already. A lot of these are just jokes from different manga as well. So one of them is a joke from an earlier chapter of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei that wasn't adapted. The rest are from Kate ni Kaizo. I haven't read that. I haven't read Kameda's stuff. But again, if you're the type of person to buy a DVD that comes with a manga, then you probably have. And you probably have seen all that stuff, and you're probably familiar. Again, this is for the super nerds, and if I'm confused, that's probably on purpose because I'm not one of the super nerds. I did like that one joke where it's like, we should start over from square one again and use the same gags and redo episode 1 over again. we've done that one already. And yeah, Mido keeps popping out of the walls and telling us that. At a certain point, it becomes that the true horror story here is, you know, how these jokes get repeated over time, how nothing's original anymore, and how there's 100 more of these to go before we finally get to end this segment. And then we have Nami being cute, just offering a Bond dance for something unique that hasn't been done before. And yeah, we follow through on it. That's kind of the end of this sequence, is her doing that, so I don't know, that's fun. I like Nami. This is when we start shattering the fourth wall. It's like Kafka herself is in the writing process. Something about a bon, about the kind of curves on a lady that Sensei gets fooled by. And then Chiri's also on holiday as well. And then explains bon on board in English, which sounds like bomb, which gets her kicked off the airplane. Like, the point being that, like, yeah, that's humorous, kind of compartmentalized, but it's weird that the character's saying it. I feel like that's the point of difference there. I don't know, it's a lot of lamp shading and a lot of revelations about the structure of other bits that we've already done, I guess, when we get kind of meta and kind of constructive about this, about how we put the show together. Oh, that's one to bring up. We're spamming the Chiri punctuation stuff. I believe somebody said it on the Discord, and since they've said it, I can't stop noticing it. Holy shit. Again, I mean, she's very proper and strict and stuff, so again, she's going to hit all the punctuation correctly. I don't know. It works for me. It's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Again, I'll describe this as like little mini skits. We do something here where we kind of go from like a holiday rush or an afternoon rush to the world being full of leeches, and we get our own big list here, and we get our own like little segments off to the side. Like, it's like a truncated segment of the show that should have already existed. And again, it's very fun that Okaza here is just kind of, you know, suggesting, and it's like, you guys saw the story I just told. Do you like it? Will this work as a segment? And for the punchline, Chiri will actually become a parasite. Chiri continues to be the punchline, and very violently. I don't know, something really endears me to Nami. Her ideas are just so normal. I like normal. Normal's good. And then we get a bunch of horny stories. I don't know what this show's about, man. Using a stick on passers-by in town. Okay. Just things are occurring. Did like the meta joke about the Olympic torch. It's like, oh yeah, this would be really, you know, current if it was the manga, but it's not. When the manga chapter came out, it was really current, but not anymore. I'd imagine in reference to probably the Beijing Games in 2008. I do like Chiri being the stick in the mud about needing to do 100 tales in the Hyakumonogatari thing. And then we have Kafka here, who suggests a bit, which is the bit that we're already doing. So again, like, you have to be like a super nerd to get this segment. I really feel like you do. It's good though. It's quite good, but you know. And then I don't know. At the end, we're treated to Nami's Bond dance, which again, I am endeared to Nami. I like Nami. Yeah, don't get me started about the Kami J-kun blog either. That's some absolute brain rot. Holy shit. This is what I mean when, like, the super fans are reading this, because this was like a super fan blog. So again, like, this joke kills you if you're like in. I'm not in yet. Yet's the wrong word. I'm not from 2008, so I don't get it, I guess. Next up here, we do a White Day segment, or at least it's kind of White Day for a minute, so again, I would say that this is continuing off something that happened in the show previously already and not standing on its own two legs, which again is never the intention, but anyway, continuing. It's basically set up for a skit about how people are losers, how there's two losers in a war, I guess. Like, there's a conflict and both sides fail. Our early setup here is quite good. Again, both of these losers want to go to the maid cafe to thank the lady for giving them chocolate on Valentine's Day with their own White Day presents, not realizing that it was obligation and that she's literally paid to service you guys. Does this say Death Naruto? Because I think that's pretty good. Sensei telling them that they're both losers, they both lost, paired with a wide frame of Asui just walking past, not even being visible, is quite good. Because he's a loser too. At least these losers are visible. This guy just, you can't even see him. And he's bald. It's not going good. Now, the part that really separates this skit and probably gives it the point of difference is the location change. I've really been fond of these when we've done them in the show for skits. For this one, again, we go into a war zone where both sides are losers. Again, it gives, like, remember when we went to, like, the intersection early in the show? Like, the intersection of, like, uncertainty, or there was, like, the literal escape routes through the city that we were using as well. Like, that stuff really goes that extra mile for me. It really kind of sells the whole bit. It isn't just Sensei rambling about something in his classroom. And of course, Sonetsuke's the first one here, because who else would you expect to be here, be honest? I like the background too, this, like, Catan type bullshit. It's pretty good. I did comment in the reaction, it's getting almost comical, how you can predict the show. It's like, there'll be a baseball joke, there'll be a politics joke, every single time there will be. Also, I don't know when everybody got here as well. Everybody also in the battlefield, but they're definitely here. This one's pretty good, where Harumi's a combatant, where they're both just fighting over bullshit ships that nobody cares about. Of course, we have Coco Nuts versus Nuts Coco. That's the... Does this dictate who's the top and who's the bottom, I guess? It's the same ship, guys. You're on the same side. Especially considering that nobody actually cares about these characters. It's not popular. It's a very unique ship. Anyway, again, with the last skit, they kind of showed us how the sausage was made a little bit, so it's weird to see such a rote and formulaic segment right after it, right? Because, of course, we have the part here where Kafka comes in and explains the opposite point of view. Well, if there's battles where both sides are losers, a victorless battle, then of course there must be a battle with two victors too. A battle where both sides succeed. And yeah, initially I was like, what the hell are you talking about? But, I mean, she is right. There is battles where both parties do benefit. This is a good example. Two actresses feud. The audience pays more attention. The controversy gets clicks. That's certainly an example. And yeah, basically she just explains collusion after that as well. Like, I mean, yeah, that is a battle, per se, where both sides do end up victorious, but it is also illegal, Kafka. So, again, please don't go into any level of government. That would be bad. Again, just like a fixed match. The only winners in the ring, the losers are the ones that have to watch. And of course, because Sensei is always depressed, he's like, well, Japan is a country of two extremes, where there are either victorless battles or corrupt battles with collusion and stuff. And then, I don't know, they debate if aliens are real or not. I believe the liner note said that this was a parody of a program that was on Japanese TV as well. Probably, again, getting more out of it from that perspective, if you get a few more of the references. I do like Government Maria over here, though. That's, remember when she was, like, super spy and political corruption dude or whatever? I don't know. Kind of bringing it back again. Referential. You must have seen the show before watching this. Again, that indeed being another level of collusion where both sides on the TV show collect the paycheck despite debating on air. So again, I don't know. Are you guys really debating that passionately if you both are just getting paid the same to argue? I don't know. There's less passion in it. Now, I don't know. This last segment struck me as quite weird. It's obviously reflecting the first episode of the show again, which we've done a number of times. I believe we did it at the start of season 2 as well. Again, the cherry blossoms, the quote, the people hanging from the cherry blossom trees. But again, the roles are reversed, with Sensei being the one finding the hanging instead of being the hangee. Again, on paper, this would be a pretty big moment. You know, taking a step back, seeing the origins of Sensei, seeing the first time he became despair-pilled, so to say. But I don't take the show seriously on it at all. I believe that this is just some kind of alternate universe BS stuff. I don't believe this is genuine, like, backstory for either of these characters, Sensei or Kafka. I don't know, it just, again, it feels like alternate universe, what if, OVA kind of stuff. That's more what it feels like. Again, there's some really nice shot-for-shot remake stuff here too. Again, if you're a fan of the show, you would recognize this stuff almost immediately. So, I mean, yeah, it's the start of a new school year. You know, he wants to date girls or whatever. He wants to be like a normal kid and not the Despair Sensei. But he's already been kind of headhunted by the Despair Club or whatever, by this group of ne'er-do-wells as the best draft pick this season in the Despair draft. Again, all this kind of stuff, as I said in the reaction, giving me Tatami Galaxy, the whole rose-colored idea, motif. as well as, again, these declarations that I'm going to, find a girlfriend and all of this, and that being the goal. And again, it kind of ends with, a bit of egg in the face of both of the characters there in the respective works. I don't know, I liked it. Now, I don't really get this joke with the silhouetted girls with the different hairstyles that all want to date his family members. One, are his family members hot? They look exactly like him. Is that also the joke? Probably. The other one being, I don't know if the haircuts or anything are referential. Whenever I see a high school girl silhouetted, I'm thinking Utena, but, obviously not the case here, I wouldn't say. So because he keeps getting rejected by the girls, he figures his glasses must be the problem, considering he looks so similar to his siblings. So it must be something external. Therefore, I'm going to go get a new pair of glasses, as we advertise down here, from Negativity, which is like negativity. You get what I'm saying there. It's like a pun. So he kind of gets tricked by the fancy glasses to coming into this despair club. Negative. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I like how he thinks it's comedy too. I think that's quite endearing. Hey, yo, which Gorillaz album is this? This one goes crazy. If somebody at high school hands you something called this on the first day, I would advise not going back to that club either. Just a heads up. I don't know. These guys are kind of a riot. They're very funny. I do like the glasses joke here too. Again, that was the reason he even showed up. And it's like, here are your chic glasses, and they're from the year 2000, which again, to us the audience is, old hat and all that kind of thing. Very out of time. But for the, time and place of the skit, it's too early as well, so it doesn't match either way. It's just the perfect kind of tacky, useless thing instead of actually what we wanted. And then, I don't know, he joins the club as well, and everybody kind of claps while saying Omedetou. Could possibly be a reference to the one thing that anybody references anymore, Evangelion. I don't know, and then he gets another different pair of glasses that kind of constrict around his head, similar to in Journey to the West, how the headband of Son Goku would constrict around his head, around Sin or something, I believe. Let me brush up on that. Oh yes, of course, it was to control him. Remember that Journey to the West game adaptation that came out it would have to be 15 years ago now. It's embarrassing. That's kind of where I know the story from. And yeah, that kind of matches with that game now that I'm thinking about it too. Fucking Andy Serkis was in that. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. That's all I'll say. So I don't know. Now he's been cursed with the glasses and forced to join the Gang of Despair. Apparently the only way to greet somebody is with Dogeza, which again, it shows his full indoctrination by the end of the skit when he does that in turn. So character development, I guess, too. I don't know. Dogeza's always funny. That's good stuff. Also, continuity error, everybody. Sui's just in the school too. Still invisible though. Maybe secretly he's just like a 35-year-old man the entire time. Who knows? Despite trying to escape, he's here for the long haul. He's not going to be a positive guy anymore. He's going to be a despaired guy, a negative guy. For he has a special talent for looking backward. Which again, we've seen the rest of the show. We know that this holds true. And yeah, if you leave now, you'll become a parolee for, breaking the probationary period of the club. That means you'll be a criminal. And then, of course, very quickly, we frame Sensei for being a criminal as he steals away Kafka. I don't know. Again, I choose to believe that this is alternate universe type stuff. I don't like the idea of these characters having met already upon the first episode. That just screams wrong to me. But I don't know, I think he's a pedophile joke is pretty good, where again, we find him on TV. It's very obvious that these kind of passerbys are also just the characters from before. The transition from the Kafka we know to Kafka as a 5-year-old is seamless, which again probably tells you all you need to know about Kafka as a character. Particularly Kafka here joining in on the Purge Him kind of chant that we have going on. Very cool. And yeah, by the very end of it, because of that stunt, he's kind of been caught on parole on his probationary parole period. He's a criminal, therefore he feels pressured to move further into the club, therefore he is indoctrinated, therefore he's doing a greeting as a Dogeza, even to the girls that even said hello to him that may have been interested. He's too far gone now. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, origin story, I guess. who cares? It's kind of nothing. It was okay. It was probably one of the better episodes of Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, but again, based on my personal opinion, I don't think that's saying too much. I don't know. It was fine. Just, again, I'll reiterate, it was a lot, and I feel like, I don't know, you could cut it from the show very easily, and I don't think you lose much. There's a few funnies, though. We like the funnies. Either way, next episode. So, now on to the next season. Very, very strong first episode, in my opinion. Very, 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 very good. Even from an animation perspective, it forced me to look up when this season came out, which was 2009. I could have sworn with some of this stuff, it would have been well into the 2010s. This shit looks legitimately really, really good. The other thing I wanted to do is directly compare it with Bakemonogatari, which, funnily enough, was airing at the exact same time. Bakemonogatari apparently came out July 2nd. This came out July 5th. Again, based on my cursory mal search. I could be wrong there, but that's insane. Shaft is insane to be producing both of those things at the same time. And again, because I'm here and going down the rabbit hole, Genichiro Abe was a key animator on a particular section of this episode. Where are we? Zan? Key animation, episode 1A in that portion. I'd imagine that's our prison segment. I'd imagine that's the stuff that remind me of Kizumonogatari up here. So, I don't know. Again, I had a pretty good shot of it being somebody involved, considering both being Shaft, but it kind of looks like Kizumonogatari. I don't know what to tell you. Got anything else cool here? Yeah, a lot of key animation work on a lot of Shaft stuff, which again is good work generally. Notably, Naoto Nakamura as well involved in that similar portion, so yeah, pretty cool. Lots of good stuff here as well. Now again, if I'm looking up animators and stuff, it must be doing something right. Don't really know what this fake story to start the season is. I guess it's just meant to be confusing to the new viewers. Fuck the new viewers o'clock, I guess, which is kind of in the show's MO. Like, none of this stuff is anything that happened in the show, in my opinion. I don't know. Either way, from there, we go straight into our new opening. Again, much like last time, let's try and do a visual once-over before looking at the lyrics. So starting here, we have various segments from, novels, various literary works. Again, sensei stuff, I would say. And then we start to get a little bit spooky. There's a bit of a snot snake appearing here, and Kaede being very scary. I don't know, I guess I feel like it's irreverent is the word I would use to describe, right? It starts off with all this like classic literature and stuff, and then look how goofy we're being, look how the characters all a little bit, they're pulling faces and stuff. I don't know, it's giving like, fuck the classics, we're the new classics, I don't know, I'll describe the show as wacky based off this OP, which, yeah, of course I would say that it is, but is that all that it is, I guess? Much like previous openings, it's been very quick. I like this right here in the middle, name-checking all the characters, despair, theatre, and the noose hanging from the tree. The song's another banger, of course, as well. Here we have Der Grey's De Hund, of course. But I mean, mostly I think part of the show that I just ignore a lot is that the girls are just cute. I like seeing the characters on screen. It's kind of sneaky a cute girl show if you think about it. I don't know. Again, I keep thinking of Azumanga Daioh as I'm watching it, and that most certainly is a cute girl show, so I don't know. Cute girls could be funny and kind of off-putting as well, I guess. Like, look at them all. We got everybody's favorites here, for sure. Then we get kind of conspiracy theory in a few of the visual moments, which I like. Have biblical proportions to it all. I don't know, would I call it extra? Probably, but better extra. I don't know. I like the stuff that I'm getting extra. Again, just really strong animation-wise as well, like the rocket taking off here in the background, the black bars coming in, giving it a cinematic feel. The rocket motif leading into Kafka in space, floating around a la 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, again, it's all just working for me. And then again, Kafka falling out of the sky, we're the ones to catch her. And then a small moment, again, where we kneel before her, hold her hand. Again, kind of reminds me of that opening we watched in the first episode here today as well. Definitely pushing this connection between Kafka and Sensei. Yeah, again, mirroring here in our final visual of the opening, that fateful day where they met by the tree. This tree withered instead of the cherry blossom tree, where the noose is now hanging. But however, I am not hanging. We are seeing eye to eye, even though the world is as ugly as it is. I don't know. Again, this could be something. This could be nothing. I don't know. This show is so weird compared to everything else I do on the channel. If I saw a visual like this in Apothecary Diaries, I could take that in a direction, and I would probably be right. Or at least some semblance of right. This one, it's just like, I don't know if we're just going to keep playing it for jokes or not. It's harder to analyze, I guess. Anyway, better knock over those lyrics quickly as well. Apple picking beam, or picking apple beam, is kind of what we're going with here. I don't know. I guess it's a pretty good moment. What's this in the corner, too, visually? Hang on. What are you doing? I don't know. I guess that's the dance that we should do to follow along. Apple picking beam, your life changes everything. Oh my god, it rhymes. It's just as you think. Even if I find someone singing, I can't fall in love right away. Maybe just not at work. Maybe just not at work. Apple picking beam, apple picking beam. But since you can't stop your thoughts, believe and yell out the password that everything will change if we sing together, change, fly, I'm flying. Who do you want to show this new you? To the guy that slighted me. Okay, I'm going to change, I guess. Let's go, a little bit of despair. Over to this side. It's Shangri-La for sure. Even it's with you. That's the password. Apple picking beam. But no matter where I go, it's always the same. You're always there, waiting for me. Sure, I don't really know what to make of those lyrics at all, if I'm honest. Again, maybe they directed at somebody specifically. Again, a lot of the lyrics have been Sensei this side, and then the girl's kind of talking back at Sensei, so maybe that's the vibe? I don't know, he seemed almost like apologetic, or like resigned to it all. Bit of a weird one. So, first skit here, it starts with Sensei in prison, lamenting the fact of how he got here and what happened. This serves as the setup, as the hook for the rest of this skit, where people are being broadly superstitious about exams. I don't know, it feels like the perfect skit to just get us back in the groove after a while. I like the kind of characters being reintroduced. I feel like everybody has a moment to show what they're about. Again, we got to remember the context of this specific episode and when it came out. Nobody's watching this straight after the first one, you know? Or the last episode, I should say. Again, you need to get back on the horse a little bit, and I feel like this episode, or this segment, does a really good job at that. To me, this is very interesting timeline of Shaft-wise, because this feels like a marked jump from the first 2 seasons of the show already, and feels more in line with their stuff during the 2010s. This really feels like the start of that peak Shaft era. I cannot speak highly enough of the production and the editing and the everything of this first episode. I really think it's quite stellar. It's so much less flat. There's so much more texture in everything, in my opinion. Just what a visual upgrade. I think it's really strong. But yes, I should talk about the segment at hand. Superstitions. Sensei thinks they're kind of stupid, but our good old friend Mr. Ikkyu-san, is still falling for them. Still victim to it, growing out his beard religiously. Again, just look at the texture on the hair, man. Holy. Yeah, special stuff. I don't know how I feel about chocolate Zeke Sensei. That's just a little bit fraught. Let's leave that for somebody else to discuss. Either way, Dio in blackface. It's the new style, apparently. Now, this is really weird without my liner notes. I'm just kind of reading these and trying to look for things that I recognize. I think caring too much about feng shui and ending up with a mess of interior design is definitely true. Getting arrested for smashing your wine glass on the floor after drinking? I guess there's a superstition about breaking glass? I don't know. And yeah, again, there's just a bunch of Japanese jokes here, and I'm gonna be real with you, I just don't have the time to be translating all of these. I don't know, apparently certain parts of words is bad luck or something, and there's a superstition around that. Again, this is the stepping stone before which we reference Sensei's name again, whereby his name can be read as Despair Sensei, and then, again, he gets locked up. So it is kind of plot relevant. I feel like this is the first time Sensei's actually made his way to the seniors hall as well, so I don't know, there's something kind of funny in that, seeing all these characters that we haven't seen before. Yeah, look at all these guys, I don't know. One of them looks kind of familiar. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, I would say. That's kind of fun. Yeah, it's weird. It's giving me Senju Gahara, but also the fringe is giving me Nadeko, so Yeah, for sure. I don't even know if that's intentional. Maybe they just had it on the mind when they were drawing the background characters here. Either way, then Sensei gets put in prison, and Chiri is indignant about that and wants to go rescue him. And this is one where I feel like I'm stupid. This must be a famous prison of sorts, no? I've seen this image before. Where have I seen this? Is this literally what Alcatraz looks like? The answer to that is kind of, to the point where I'd probably say it's what we're referencing, yes. I don't know, prison on an island, you kind of only got a few things to pick from there. And again, we play a few like prison movie cliches and whatnot. Really like this guy yucking it up, saying that nobody will ever save you. You can rot in there forever, or until the exams are over. But then Sensei reveals that you've already saved me because I wanted some time away from my kids anyway, so I don't know. Cue the Sinetsky joke, she's already here. It's not really solitary confinement after all, is it? Again, kind of like what I was talking about before, just playing a really like straightforward Sinetsky's a stalker joke. The deep love between us is the reason I'm here. It's just good reintroduction stuff, it's nice. Her also being the point by which we're kind of finding Sensei, right? Because she's always next to him, we can kind of track her down with this bandage here. And yeah, this is the start of the really, really cool animation stuff. We get Harumi here, climbing up to the window to try and spot Sensei. Let me just play some of this stuff verbatim. It's just really strong. I don't know. A little panty shot in there too. I don't even mind. Put it in there, who cares? And this is the kind of stuff which rewards viewers that I like, right? We remember that Harumi's got this like super athletic thing going on. I don't know. But if you don't remember that, it still doesn't detract from the bit, I would say. I think it's best of both worlds. Like really, this stuff feels a lot like, especially the start of the first Kizumonogatari movie, like where Araragi's in where he is and he's just kind of walking around. It kind of feels like that. It's very kind of walled off and claustrophobic like that too. But again, in that film, it's like a 3D space where we've got Araragi moving as like a 2D like sprite through it almost. Yeah, it's weird. Where this is all kind of different in that regard. I don't know, it's really, really visually striking. Yeah, it's dynamic, love the camera movement, everybody kind of gets their time in the sun to attack with their respective weapon as well. She slapped the shit out of me with the fan fiction. Do we get a little bit of that for a moment if I frame by frame? It felt like we did. Yeah, this is that good stuff, man. This is when I could actually be an animation dork for a minute. Yeah, you kind of see something there for but a frame, if only it was translated. Stop the violence, you're setting a bad example, says Chiri. I don't believe you. Get out of here. Another really strong joke here is I here bowing, kind of apologizing and headbutting them violently in the moment. Us, the camera, being one of the participants there is really strong visually too. Like, I don't know if I'm glazing, but this shit looks fucking really good. It's really quite impressive. It feels movie quality. It feels better than movie quality. Talk about starting a new season off with a bang. I really like this as well. I don't know what Corolla's about, but again, we've just seen the girls be like super violent and stuff. We have all the kind of security running this way, where Sui just walks, not being seen, the other direction and saves Sensei. And then the door opened on its own. It's like, it's just, I don't know, he did the perfect thing. He used these stealth abilities to get in there, and he still doesn't get thanked for it. Really strong line from Sinetsky as well. We got to leave here before those other women show up. It's really, really, really good. It's it really feels like Night and Day versus Goku. Sorry, it just does. However, we still fall into our same old trappings here with Kafka, who explains her side of the story that Sensei isn't actually ill-omened, he's actually a good omen, he's actually lucky. And yeah, as it turns out, there's a group of the examinees that look up to Sensei as some kind of good luck charm. They were looking for him this entire time. And then, yeah, Japanese pun ensues about how Nozomu's name, without the Despair Sensei joke, no choke, good luck. I think I'm following. There's probably, again, a better Japanese interpretation there. They've kind of tried to, translate it. It works okay. If we keep him around, we won't choke. Look at our amazing rate of not choking. And all the episodes and skits from the past, all of the best moments, condensed. We love it. And then, yeah, hey, examinees, buy this volume, buy this DVD. It's actually good luck for your exams. I wonder how well this worked in actual real life. I don't know. Next segment now, and spring has sprung. Once again, we have the cherry blossoms out. Once again, I feel like we're kind of calling back to episode 1, but this time with the general gist of the skit being the tidings of spring. And this one's another one I don't really get. I guess there's just freaks about, is that a tiding of spring? I don't know. Yeah, there's just sexual deviance in the park. I don't get what this has to do with spring at all. I guess this has been sprung upon us, but I don't really think that's the pun they're looking for there. And yeah, then Sensei shows up, does his part of the job here, which, yeah, tidings of spring, they're certainly a thing, but that doesn't mean they're always positive. You may think that spring equals good things happening, equals good luck, equals new life, rebirth, all these other things, but there's many other bad things that also take place in spring. And I really like the emphasis on tidings here, like the chair of the employee that got fired, or the personal effects found after the snow melts on around the gorges. Again, these are tidings. Literally, they're signs of something, right? I feel like that's quite smart. We don't just list things, we list the tidings themselves. I feel like our good friend Kudo here is also cosplaying as somebody. I don't know who it is, though. Delivering blackmail, spring blackmail. In before baseball joke as well. Thank you very much, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Okusa here has a really specific example as well. She lives in like a share house or public housing or something. It has like an iron door, which is insane. I can't think of the last time I saw an iron door. That's nuts. Does she live in a prison? I don't know. Either way, as spring comes through, like the metal would expand because the weather's getting warmer, right? To the point where the door would get harder and harder to open. I don't know. Again, it feels really specific and esoteric to somebody's like lived experience. Now, why would there be more shop closures and bankruptcies in the start of spring as opposed to any other time? I don't know. Again, the closed shops and empty stores being the tiding in the kind of meaning of the episode, but I'm trying to think of an economic reason. I guess you're coming out of winter in Japan. I don't know. Again, are people going on holiday? I don't know how it kind of works over there. I was thinking kind of end of quarter as well. Like that's March into April is the end of a quarter, and that could be the time where you declare bankruptcy at the end of that quarter. I don't know. It's a weird one. March is also a big month for middle-aged divorces, so if you see a lot of single middle-aged men, it's generally a sign as well. And apparently this is also the season when my girlfriend is going to cheat on me. Thank you, show. I like Maria here. She comes in with the right energy. Give me a look at that again. Look at her go. Yeah. She's great. She was kind of behind my camera there, but she was going... It was sick. I liked it. Okay, here's another list. Let me have a quick read. Okay, with the change of class, you're moved away from that girl. With the change of class, that guy becomes your homeroom teacher. Okay, so again, a new school year starting. The class isn't what you expected it to be, sure. Students show up with acute alcohol poisoning? That's terrible. Arcades start to stink? Why? Oh, because it's warming up and the nerds get sweaty. Sure. Again, it feels like Sensei's being a bit of a stick in the mud here, I don't know. The ending here with Chiri being a big old weirdo kind of reads to me as a bit of a Japanese joke. Tidings must be met, apparently, and even if the tidings are bad, so again, tidings of spring, negative tidings of spring, as we've kind of gone into in this segment, they still must be met. And again, that's what we're kind of forcing Nami to do here in a second by dressing her up all weird and stuff. So this weird cunt, he's kind of being a tiding of spring. You must meet his weird cunt energy by being yourself a weird cunt. Also, he says something about national secrets. Again, is this another one of our oh-so-subtle political jokes, chat room? It must be. I don't know, he says Aegis, and then you say, like, flying saucer or something. I don't know, everything's happening. Look at Nami's weird fucking costume here. I don't know. He's also preoccupied with something else as well. In this golden age of internet, tidings are even sent via email. And then we have Komori here in her first appearance for the episode for the season. Yeah, sure, where she gets an email full of all these embarrassing pictures of Nami. Nami.jpg, of course, on the Shaft Apple PC. Or I guess it wouldn't be a PC, it'd be a Mac. Shaft Mac, sure. And then Chiri is based. She replies to some more tidings of spring with a message in a bottle. That message being a Molotov. As Chiri walks up to our fucking government building over here, I guess, and is gonna throw it into the building. I guess she's being based. Revolutionary fighter, Chiri. Let's go. Kind of ending on the idea of no news being good news as opposed to the tidings of spring is a nice little ending message. From there, we quickly move into a summer vacation type story, so we're kind of flip-flopping all over the place timeline-wise, but sure. The building sounds of, like, the cicadas and the quick cuts here during this segment. I don't know, is it supposed to be giving Evangelion? It kinda is. Like, the focus on the eye there explicitly too, Tokyo being the setting. I don't know, is that anything? Maybe. And now, who's the cutest character in the show, chat? I think she's right there. Hello, Nami. Nami looks adorable in her little overalls, and she's got a map that is kind of conspicuously flown into Sensei's room, into his abode, where she wants to go to Hokkaido for the summer. I mean, at least it is in Tokyo. And apparently a journey to find yourself over summer vacation, especially in Hokkaido, is a little bit old hat, to the point where, again, she's normal. Futsu. Our general gist here is that journeys of self-discovery become journeys of self-display. And you display your worst aspects whilst traveling, I guess. The example here that really resonated with me is kind of a husband becoming like an extra child as soon as they get married. Like, he just becomes shit the moment they get kind of, you know, hitched. I don't know, where's my passport? Fucking look for it yourself, you big old slob. Like that guy, Gio Kotori, or Kotore, who retired to go on a journey of self-discovery, bringing cameras along while playing soccer in the slums. Didn't he display the cheapness of his desire for the limelight? I guess. I don't know. It feels very specific to a guy I don't know. I don't know. And then they pull up with the bang bus, and then Nami gets on, Rin's there, and it's a display of other people's self-discovery or something. So then they kind of trick Sensei on going on board as well so he can watch other people and people watch and stuff, which is something he clearly likes to do. We get a to be continued at the very end there, so I guess the segment's being continued next week, which kind of makes it a poxy spot to stop, with Kaire clearly getting on board, right? I would imagine most of the characters are going to get on board this bus of self-discovery and display their own shamefulness, I guess. Again, in kind of line with the rest of the segment there before. When you're on these journeys, traveling, you display your worst aspects is kind of what we're getting at there. But yeah, I mean, that's the end. I might have a better look at this ED next week, if it remains the same ED, of course, as well. It was pretty strong. I like the motif of everybody just kind of going to bed, showing their nightly routines. There's a few really strong ones there, like Isui, wherever he was. Yeah, our Chad. There he is, everybody. How good. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Again, I made my point clear about the Goku stuff. I think that the stuff I watched just then was clearly stronger. And yeah, I'm keen to watch more and finish out this last season with a bang. Yeah, thoroughly impressed with the new stuff. Anyway, you'll see me next week. Thank you for watching and all that, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye. Ciao. See ya.